else in Minot? Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag at Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Thanks for buying some room.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics. Vibeto Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibetoOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibeto Orthodontics.
Comes to set. He's all alone. Slam dunk.
Nice right-handed pass inside. Step back, Heinert, and she gets it to go.
It's time for North Dakota High School basketball on the PSP Network.
Gross crosses over, fakes the pass, flips it up, scored, and he's fouled. Oh, what a nifty move there.
Now cutting into the lane is Lundy, but Fricky does it herself. Nice move by Magi.
Here comes William Ware. He's going to go up and two-hand slam dunk. Took off from about 6 feet out, maybe 7, and just elevated the two-handed jam.
Now, let's go to the hardwood for this matchup's pregame show on the PSP Network.
Each and every week, the media in North Dakota votes on who they think is the top dog in North Dakota high school basketball. This week, the media across the great state of North Dakota said that the Maroon and Gold up north are the top team to beat. The Magi come in on their home floor as the #1 ranked team in North Dakota. And tonight they've got a matchup against the only team in North Dakota to beat them here in the 21-22 campaign. The Saints are in town to take on the Magicians in North Dakota high school hoops on the PSP Network. Ladies and gentlemen, good early evening, late afternoon, and welcome into the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. This is West Region North Dakota High School basketball that sees a game featuring the 6-4 Saints and the 10-1 Magi. I'm Nick Hulberg. Thanks for joining us today for the Shields pregame show. Shields offers gear, clothing, and sports. Shields of Minot brings you so much more: hunting and fishing gear, sporting goods, clothing, all the fashion that you need, all the sporting goods you need, and so much more at Shields of Minot. They bring you the pregame show here tonight for what should be a good one between two basketball teams inside of the West Region that are currently in a dogfight for the top spot inside of North Dakota West Region High School hoops. Some games remaining, of course, and some things to happen still as the season just turned the halfway point page of the year. It's going to come down to the wire. And today we're going to see some of the top talent in the state of North Dakota. Derek Doucette from Minot High averaging 20 points per night, good enough for #3 inside the West Region. There's some studs for St. Mary's. They've got a triple-headed monster with Garrett Bader averaging 17, Evan Gross with 16, and Nate Fedorchak averaging 17 per night. Get ready for a good one with some of the top talent inside of the state of North Dakota on the floor. Let's take a look at those polls that we talked about in the open here tonight inside of North Dakota high school basketball. These were from earlier on this week. On the girls' side, you see Century at 1, Davies 2, Minot. The Magents are number 3 inside the state. They're 10-1. They had a win over St. Mary's last night. Scott Cattell had the call of that one. The Demons fall to 8-3 after a loss to Minot earlier this week. They're number 4 in West Fargo at number 5 at 10-2 on the season. We'll turn our attention to the boys' side of things and some shuffling on this list. Everybody moves around a bit from last week. Minot moves to number 1. 13 of the 15 first place votes for the Magi. They have an 11-1 record. Again, their only blemish comes to St. Mary's on the season. Davies from the East region received a first place vote. They're currently number 2 at 10-1. 10-2 for Century. The Patriots are tough to beat, but Dickinson got them the other night on Dickinson's home floor. Cheyenne's number 4 right now, and the Demons fall to 9-3 after Minot beat them earlier on this year. They sit in the number 5 spot in North Dakota. That look at the polls brought to you by our friends at Magic City Inspections. Magic City Inspections is a locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services to make sure you're ready to take the next step in your home ownership. Find them online, monetinspections.com. Polls are one thing. The standings are the other. Let's look at those now inside of the West region for boys high school basketball. The standings brought to you by our friends at Clean Tech. Clean Tech has been coming to the rescue since 1992 with disaster response and restoration services. Find out more about them at cleantechllc.us. Clean Tech, again, coming to your rescue since 1992. Minot number 1 inside the West. Century's number 2. The Demons are number 3. St. Mary's comes in at number 4. Some games remaining on the season, and this could shuffle quite a bit before it's all said and done. And the WDA tournament comes to Bismarck. St. Mary's at 4, Minot at 1. That's the matchup tonight. Dickinson's at number 5 at 7-6. Legacy comes in tonight. Comes into next week, actually, at number 6. Mandan's number 7. Jamestown's 8. Williston 4-9. They're number 9. Turtle Mountain's 3-8. Watford City winless on the year at 0-14. The hottest team inside of the state right now, it's the Magi. They've got a 6-game win streak coming into tonight. St. Mary's is red hot as well. They've won 3 in a row coming into the matchup tonight. That's a look at the standings inside of the West region of North Dakota high school basketball. Those standings brought to you by Clean Tech. Again, 24/7 disaster response and restoration services at Clean Tech. Find them online, cleantechllc.us. It will be a good one tonight. It usually is when these two teams get together, and anybody inside the West region for that matter. It's a Saturday afternoon affair in the Magic City. Number 1, Minot to the West. Number 4, St. Mary's in the West. They lock horns on the PSP Network. We'll dive further into the numbers of this matchup when we come back. We'll also talk to both coaches tonight in our Coaches Corner. It's the Shields pregame show here on the PSP Network.
Thanks for buying some fruit.
Do you remember where this goes?
I don't know. Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
30 degrees in the Magic City right now here on the 29th of January 2022, and it is hot inside of the Magic City campus gymnasium. Big time. It is warm in here. I'm sweating. These kids are going to be sweating too, getting up and down the floor in this showdown tonight where the 10-1 Magi take on the 6-4 St. Mary's Saints. Quick look at the numbers. Numbers brought to you by our friends at the UPS store located on South Broadway, the Magic City. Minot comes in averaging 74 per night. So does St. Mary's. The big number, the difference in this one could be the rebounding game. 34 rebounds per night for the Saints, 40 for the Magi. St. Mary's has been out-rebounded by 69 on the season. Minot High has out-rebounded their opponents by 87. Some numbers for you tonight in this big West Region showdown. We're going to talk to the coaches and see what their thoughts are on keys to the game, thoughts on their opponents, and thoughts on their own teams tonight to this West Region showdown tonight. It is the Shields pregame show. We'll hear the coaches' thoughts when we come back to the Magic City. Pregame show. It's now time for the Tires Plus Coaches Corner. All brands under one roof with the guaranteed lowest prices and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. We have the opportunity now to talk to the St. Mary's head coach, BJ Etzold here. And you're number one as the head for the boys, a couple years as the head for the girls. First of all, thanks for some time here tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. So glad you guys are doing the game tonight, and hopefully it's going to be a good competitive game down to the last second.
Well, when you look at the storyline here tonight, you're the only team that's handed Minot High a loss on the season. What was the big takeaway or the big key in that victory on your home floor earlier this year against Minot High?
Yeah, early in the season, nobody really has a good flow to their offense yet, and you could tell that was the case in the game. And then in the second half, it was just one of those things that we probably hit a few more open looks than they did, and we kind of snuck away with it. And it's going to be a tough test for us tonight because they guard so hard, and they have good athletes, and everybody can score the ball, so they make it really hard defensively for you.
You guys want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the year. I'm aware of all of that stuff. But how big is tonight really for you, number 4 right now in the WDA, with an opportunity to gain some more points here on everybody else?
Yeah, our biggest thing is that we want to make sure that we're competitive all the way through the end, that we have a chance to win when it comes down to it. And win or lose, it's not a big deal in the long run, in the long scheme of things, but we just ultimately want to play good basketball, improve from what we have been playing. And we've had a couple really good games our last few games, but this is a good test for us playing, the number 1 team in the state and, with only 1 loss. So it's going to be a tough battle.
I talk about the triple-headed monster for you guys right now with Gross, Fedorchuk, and Bader. Talk about those guys and what they bring to your ball team, all of them averaging above 15 right now for you.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch, with Nate and Garrett's ability to shoot the ball from the perimeter. That really frees things up to Evan to create and distribute for us. And the nice part is everybody's just playing unselfish. Our last game we had 22 assists against Jamestown, and Nate had 8 assists of his own. So when those guys play unselfish and they pass up, a good shot for a great shot, we're really hard to guard as well.
I don't want to bring up bad news, but what's this team like without Sefner and Schumacher? Those guys obviously would be key to your lineup, I'd have to assume.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I have to remind myself that, 2 of our best athletes in the school haven't even practiced yet. But, you feel so bad for seniors not being able to play and just enjoy their senior year. But they would help us. They're big, strong kids, athletes, very smart players. They bring different dynamics where Nick could help us, on both sides scoring the ball. And Britt would just be a good physical presence for us going to play college football at NDSU. So we miss them a lot, and we're hoping to maybe have them back in the next few weeks here.
Is there one major key tonight to shut down Derek Dissett and company for Minot High to get the points on the road tonight?
Yeah, it's got to be all 5 guys engaged on the line, up the line. I mean, you can't fall asleep at all because they're so athletic. They're going to get to the rim, and if you're a little bit slow on the closeout, those threes are going down, especially in their home court.
I sure appreciate you. Best of luck here tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it as well.
That's BJ Etzold, the head coach of the St. Mary's Saints. When we come back, we'll talk to Dean Winchesky, the head coach of the Magi. It's North Dakota high school basketball on the PSP Network. The Shields pregame show. More of the Tires Plus Coaches Corner. We're now joined by Dean Winchesky, the head coach of the Magi. First of all, Coach, as always, great to see you. Thanks for some time here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another opportunity to go compete against a real good team.
St. Mary's the only team that has handed you guys a loss on the season. What do you remember most about that game earlier on in December?
Well, they really dictated how the game was played. Even though we were up at the half, we allowed people to get open shots, and we allowed them to run offense, and they were really good. And in the second half, they made enough shots. The Fedorchuk kid and the Bader kid made shots against us and were able to bury us. So we got to come out and have a lot different attitude defensively and taking care of the ball. And if we're able to do that, we'll be okay.
You guys have some momentum right now after a win at Bismarck High. Were you impressed with the way that you played earlier on this week in the capital city?
Yeah, I was happy. I don't think we executed everything the way we needed to. I thought we competed very hard. I thought we were able to find ways to kind of gut out some possessions when we needed to, and every time they made a run at us, we were able to bounce back. So, it's a step in the right direction, but we got to continue to improve.
How big is the highlighter on the paper tonight in the rebounding category statistically? Minot High's got that edge coming against St. Mary's tonight. As always, kind of a cliche, but a key part of tonight's plan, I would assume?
No, absolutely. We have to be able to rebound, and that's every game. I was really disappointed at Bismarck, how we defended. I thought we were really soft a good portion of that game and gave them a ton of second chances. We got to take advantage of getting on the glass tonight. We have to be able to not let them have second chances, and we've got to create some extra offense and some extra possessions our way with that. And if we're able to do that, I like our chances. But they're an extremely talented team. They shoot it. They're athletic, and it's going to be a real challenge.
Triple-headed monster with Bader, Fedorchuk, and Gross here tonight. What's the game plan to shut down a team like this when they have three that can really fill it up?
Well, you got to try and keep it out of their hands a little bit, and you got to trust your kids to go guard the ball. And you can't get caught in a situation where you're helping and scrambling and you're leaving, especially Fedorchuk and Bader. They're tremendous shooters. So we have to really be in tune to guard the ball ourselves, and we've changed a little bit of our help rules and situations. So, we've got to be really solid defensively. And like I said, we can't give them second chances. If they miss the first one, that's all they got. That's all they can have, and then we got to go down and execute and be efficient offensively.
In my time, Minot High used to play at the auditorium. You guys make the switch to Magic City campus many years ago. But the question here is, how much of a factor is this crowd? It just seems like this place is a jungle anytime the number one ranked team in the state is on their home floor.
Our fans are awesome. It's loud. They get into it. And, it's one of those things that I think has been an advantage for us. You talk about home court and advantage, and they're loud. And, I know for a fact that our kids love playing in front of it. So, it's our home. It's our home gym. And I know people weren't very happy when we switched. And there's probably people in our community that aren't very happy still that we have, we don't have the seating like they have there. But the kids love it here. It was kind of their choice, and we agree with it.
One X factor tonight to remain unbeaten on your home floor.
Well, we've got to have balance offensively. Obviously we're going to rely on Derek and Eric to make baskets, but I think Jagger and Morgan and Logan and then our bench guys have to be able to find opportunities and finish plays. And that was one of the things that when we played them down there in December, I thought we were really poor offensively, and they did a good job defensively on us. So now we'll see if we can't find some balance tonight. When we do that, we're pretty good.
Always great to see you. Thanks for your time as always.
All right, thanks, Nick.
Best of luck tonight. That's Dean Winchesky, the head coach of the Magi. When we come back, we'll have our official introductions for Mr. Eric Schaefer here on the PSP Network. Big one tonight, St. Mary's at Minot High in WDA basketball.
30-inch galactic
galactic pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. The national anthem has been played. The table is about to be set for this showdown tonight with St. Mary's and Minot High. This is the Shields pregame show tonight. Shields of Minot offering footwear and gear, clothing, sporting goods. Any passion that you have, they've got you covered at Shields. Hunting and fishing gear as well. So much more at Shields of Minot. They bring you the pregame show here tonight. One of our favorite parts of North Dakota high school basketball, the official introductions. They're brought to you tonight by our friends at Jersey Mike's, where you can vote for this week's Player of the Week. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Let's go down to Eric Schaefer for the official introductions tonight for the Magi.
And now, let's say hi to the Magi. Early getting guard of 5'10" junior, number 1, Morgan Magi. Also letting go of 5'11" junior, number 24, Jacob Glenville. And forward, the 6'4" sophomore, number 23, Logan Conklin. And forward, the 6'4" junior, number 13, Derek Dissett. And that's guard, the 6'3" senior, number 5, Eric Lynn.
Well, this place has an element of electricity tonight as we get set for a number 1 versus number 4 showdown in North Dakota high school basketball. Thank you, Mr. Eric Schaefer, for the official introductions here tonight. It's always fun to put a little extra energy into the venue, and he certainly did that in a nice fashion here tonight. Minot's 11-1, 7-4 for the Saints. Those are overall records. In the region, the Magi are number 1 at 10-1. The Saints are number 4 at 6-4. St. Mary's is always in blue today. Minot will be in their home lights. We'll get set for the opening tip tonight. Look at the big man in the middle here for St. Mary's. It's number 35, Ben Mormon, 6'9", goes up against Derek Dissett, and Dissett towered up and got it from him. We are underway from the Magic City for high school basketball on the PSP Network. Nick Hulberg on the call. Glad to have you aboard. Thanks again to Shields bringing you the pregame show tonight. Derek Dissett up off the window, and Dissett doesn't wait long to put 2 on the board for the Magi. A kid that's number 3 in the West region right now as far as scorers are concerned, and he's got his first 2 of the night. Up on the other side and in. That one rolls for Evan Gross. He's got his first 2 points. You talk about points that are scored, and St. Mary's has some kids that could fill it up. Gross is one of them. He averages 16 per night for the Saints. Conklin, jump shot from the free throw line, and Logan Conklin has his first 2 points of the ball game. Big thanks to both coaches tonight joining us in the pregame show for the Tires Plus Coaches Corner. BJ Ansel in his first year as the head coach of the boys, coached the girls for a few seasons. Left-handed shot no good on the attempt from Fedorchak. Board pulled down for Nygaard, and Nygaard brings it across the timeline. Dean Winchesky, 14 years for him. 5 state championships for Winchesky. Is this a year that he gets another one? And number 6. He's got to be in the conversations. One of the greats all time, doesn't he? Look at the set. He went up. Oh, he crashed hard to the floor. There's going to be a foul on the play. Officials for today's game, by the way, Mike Anderson with Mike Holtz and Aaron Casper. Aaron Casper was the one that had the call there. Foul was called on Ben Mormon, his first personal, first team foul. Sends Logan Conklin to the free throw line, and Conklin misses the first. Conklin on the season has been good from the charity stripe. He shoots 60% for the Magi here in his sophomore season. 8.2 points per night for the big man. Second one no good. 4-2, Minot High's on top after a pair of misses for Conklin. You don't see that very often. Ball comes back to the Saints in the offensive zone. Student sections at volume here for Minot tonight. As the Saints have the ball, they're going to turn it over as Garrett Bader had the travel violation. Bader, number 8 in the West region as far as point production. He leads the Saints. He had 20 versus Minot in a victory for St. Mary's that came back on the 14th of December. St. Mary's won by 9, 69-60. That's the only blemish on the Magi record this season. Conklin, spin move in the lane, drops it off. Gunville, a runner, puts it up and in. And Jangard Gunville's got his first 2 points of the ball game. And the number 1 Magi have a 4-point lead. Handling the basketball here, this is Evan Gross with it. Number 11 for scores in the West region. He crashes towards the rack, no good. They run the floor with it. This is Eric Wentz, puts it up, lays it in. Scotty Pippen, hello. And Wentz has his first 2 points of the ball game. St. Mary's with the basketball across the timeline with Landon Gervik. Sent it over to the far side where it goes to Evan Gross and now dished off to Fedorchak. Double team there for a moment. Fedorchak's got it back. A lot of multi-sport athletes on the St. Mary's team. They lost to the Dakota Bowl to Jamestown this season, a team that was dynamite on the gridiron this year. 41-27 loss to the Blue Jays from Jamestown, but a team that certainly deserves a lot of credit for what they did in the football season. Wentz was from way downtown, no good. Board pulled down, Landon Gervik. Gerving across, a little stutter step, then a spin move inside from Bader. That one off the mark, board pulled down to the miss from Mormon. And the Magi bring it ahead with Gunville. Gunville's got it, has a crossover, sent it to the set. The ball's going to be picked up here by Conklin. On the miscue, Wentz is open from the corner. He's blocked on the play. Arms came up, and knocking that one away was Evan Gross. And the Saints have the basketball. Into the paint, up off the window, no good. St. Mary's just a bit cold early on tonight. And the Magi have the ball back in their offensive zone. Here's Derek Dissett behind the back, throws it to the middle. Conklin, good feed in the middle, and Conklin has 2 more. And Conklin has a game high 4 points right now for the Magi. The lead's at 8 for Minot High. Here's the big man, 6'9" Mormon, sends it off down to Bader. Bader's got it up top, shot clock down to 15 as the Saints slow up shop a little bit, looking for the right play in the outlet. Here's the dribble from Bader. He kicks it off to the corner around the perimeter. 3 attempt coming off the mark, too much. The big man in the middle had the board pulled down, then Wentz took it from him, and now Dissett runs it down to the corner. Conklin thought about it, brought it to Dissett. Dissett jumps it up, puts it into the hoop, and Derek Dissett shows why he's one of the top prospects in North Dakota. 4 for him. 10-point lead for the Magi. St. Mary's came into a buzzsaw here on a Saturday afternoon as the Saints try to stop the bleeding early on. With the basketball from the elbow, jump shot no good from Bader. Board pulled down here from Wentz, and Wentz has the basketball. Saints with some good looks. They've just been cold early on here tonight. That could change now as with the ball across it comes. Sam Schmidt runs it down. I'm sorry, that was Bader that ran it down, put it up, but he was no good. Gunville's got it again. Conklin up top to Dissett. Dissett inside for Wentz. Wentz now to Nygaard. Multi-sport athlete for the Magi, missed there. The hand might have been in the way from Gerving. And now the Saints run the floor with it. Bader's got it back. Bader looks for the outlet, finds it up top. This is Gross. And there's going to be a foul coming here. I do believe it's on Derek Dissett. Though it's actually on Eric Wentz, my apologies. Wentz's first personal. First team foul. 12-2 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard here on a Saturday afternoon from the Magic City. Again, Nick Hulberg, glad to have you aboard for the showdown here today inside the West region. Saints with the ball, they bring it in. It's worked away from Fedorchak, and Fedorchak goes through the paint and then kicks it up top. Handled now by Heidenkamp. Over in the corner, it's going to be taken here from Fedorchak. He stepped out of bounds, and Minot High will get the ball back. Our broadcast today brought to you by our friends at Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic in Bismarck. They offer more than basic adjustments of the spine. Chuppy Clinic is concerned about the overall health and wellness of each patient and offer care and services to meet the greater demands of the current health needs. Find them online, chuppy.com. Mike Anderson's got the call here. I apologize, I'm not sure what the call was. They had to reset the shot clock, is that right? I believe that's what it was. Eric Wincheski, he's into the ball game. He sends it in down to Eric Wentz. Wincheski, only a freshman. He was our MVP of the contest, brought to you by Sport Clips. When Minot High went down to the Carl Guard Gymnasium on Tuesday, Wincheski was bombing threes left and right. There's an air ball from Gunville. The ball's going to roll all the way out, almost went out the door. Ticket taker said not quite so fast. And St. Mary's will bring the ball back in their own territory. Quick timeout for shoe that needs to be tied there from Sam Schmidt, the 5'9" senior guard. Schmidt averaging 4.7 per night. Here come the Saints over the timeline. An enrollment of 341. St. Mary's founded back in the late 1800s, late 1800s. Minot High's enrollment quite a bit bigger at 1,900. St. Mary's finds a way each and every year, it seems, to be in the conversation as one of the tops inside of the West region. Last year they went 9-14, however. They finished 7th with an 8-12 mark in conference play. A team that does have 3 state championships. Their last in 2004. Here's a jump shot that's off the mark, no good. Minot High's going to get the ball back here as Sam Schmidt's going to commit the foul. You go back to that 2004 season, and St. Mary's beat Bismarck High in the state championship. Few players that were in that game are now coaching inside the West region. One of them is the head coach of St. Mary's, B.J. Etzold. Etzold went on to play college football at the University of Mary, by the way. His dad, longtime coach at Mary, Bud Etzold. Let's follow the play. Minot High's going to get the basketball back. Ball was charged to 34, Maddox Doppler. Doppler's first personal. Third team foul on St. Mary's. It sends Derek Dissett to the free throw line, and Dissett is almost unbeatable from the free throw line, shooting 75%. Hits another one here. Dissett now is 1 for 1 in the ball game from the free throw line. Minot High has a lead at 13-2. Dissett misses the second. 13 blocks on the season for Derek Dissett. It's one of the tops inside the West region. Spin move there from Bader. He can move with it. Sends it inside. Comes back away down to Schmidt. He goes back up top around from Evan Gross. And Gross has the basketball where he goes back to Sam Schmidt. 5'9" senior guard into the paint. Spin move, jump shot. Nice one. That one rolls around. They just can't get it to fall. No good. And Nygaard's got the rebound. He brings it back across the timeline. Spin move of his own. Puts it up. Left-handed and in. And Morgan Nygaard has his first 2 points of the ball game. And B.J. Etzold's had enough here in the first half. Wants to call a timeout. He will. This timeout brought to you by our friends at Hub International Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, it's Hub International Insurance. Minot High's motoring right now. They've got the lead in this one, 15-2 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard.
Galactic pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. And Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
Minot High off and running here tonight. They've got a 15-2 lead on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. And the Saints from St. Mary's call a timeout to see if they could find a solution for the top-ranked team in the state of North Dakota. I would have to bet that this one's going to pull close at some point here tonight. It just seems that it always does. Back off of the corner, now dribbling. Set back up top. Dissett took it away, and here comes Derek Dissett back the other way for the Magi. Dissett had the ball touched last year by the Saints. That one goes off of Garrett Bader. And Minot High will inbound back right in front of the St. Mary's bench. Thanks again for joining us on the PSP Network here this afternoon for West Region High School Hoops. Good one on the PSP Network here today. This one's going to be laid up and in. There's some points. Garrett Bader's on the board with his first 2 points of the ball game. Minot was up top 15-2, and St. Mary's now stops the run for the Magi. Here's Eric Wincheski. Inside it comes down for Derek Dissett. Top of the corner. Open from 3 land. Here's the shot that's off the mark there from Domstein. And it's St. Mary's with the basketball back across to the far wing. Into the offensive zone for the Saints. They go working it down in deep Away for Sam Schmidt, and Schmidt's got it battling there with Nygaard. Oh, Morgan Nygaard got up and said, no soup for you, out of bounds. He swatted that one out of here like a fly swatter. And Minot High brings their fans to volume with Morgan Nygaard stumped on the far side. Saints have the basketball again with Nate Fedorchak. Good multi-sport athlete here for St. Mary's. Kicked it back off to the corner. Sam Schmidt's got it. Crosses back over on Nygaard. Dribbles into the paint. Touched there by Descent with the long reach. And Eric Wincheski's back with it. Drops it off. Here's Conklin. Crashes in. And Conklin draws the foul on the play. Ball's going to go on number 3. Sam Schmidt, his second personal. That's the 4th team foul on the Saints. Sends Logan Conklin back to the free throw line. And the 6'4" sophomore looking to see if he can put one through the bucket. He does. He's now 1 for 3 in the ball game as he nets that one. Wincheski's out on the other side. 3 and 34 check out for St. Mary's. That's Schmidt along with Doppler. Here's Conklin, second attempt, and now Conklin is 50% as he redeems himself on the second trip. Now 2 for 4 in the ball game, and Minot High's lead is at 17-4. Basketball across the timeline. Landon Gerving dished into Bader. Bader going up against Wentz. Wentz with tough defense there, brings it back up top away to Fedorchak. Kicked it off to the corner, open for 3. Bader off the mark. Board pulled down now here by Nygaard, and Nygaard runs the floor. Nygaard dropped it back. Gunville. Wentz had a handle on it, but it was taken there by Bader, and Bader brings it back across the timeline. Far side, Gerving into the paint to back out. Fedorchak on contested money ball. Nate Fedorchak bombs it for 3, and St. Mary's cuts the Magi lead to 10 on Fedorchak's first points of the ball game. They come from behind the 3-point line, and Minot High's got the ball down here with Nygaard. Nygaard far side. Top of the key for Derek Descent. Dribble drive. Descent sends it back in. It's going to be touched last by the big man, Ben Mormon. Out of bounds on the Saints. The Minot High will have the ball back with a 10-point lead here with 8:59 to play in our opening half of basketball on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Lofted into Gunville. Off of the corner. Conklin open for 3. That one had too much on it. And Landon Gerving pulls down the board. Gerving averaging 5.5 per night, shooting 56% for the Saints. Moves it back up top to Bader. Over on the far side for Fedorchak, fresh off a big 3-pointer. And now it's going to be handled here by Gerving. Dribbles it outside. Bader, 3 attempt. That one too strong. Board pulled down by the Magi again. Derek Descent off to Nygaard. Nygaard's got it. Nygaard guarded there by 3 Saints. Comes back up top to Gunville. They work it around down to Wentz. And back over it comes here to Descent. He'll crash in. He's going to be blocked inside. Nice stuff there from Gerving. And Landon Gerving shuts the door. Saints have the basketball. Far side of the floor. Here's a dribble and a jump shot coming from Fedorchak. Hit the outside of the hoop. And we go back the other way now for Nygaard. Nygaard's got it here. Nygaard stops, looks for the outlet, finds it. Conklin delivers out to the corner for Wentz. Gunville way downtown. This is a college 3, no good. Fedorchak's got it. He's over the timeline. Fedorchak on the near side. He's going to lose his footing. Ball's taken by Bader back to Fedorchak. Bader open for 3. He's off the mark. Nygaard had the basketball. Bader got into him. And Bader's going to be charged with his first personal. That's the 5th team foul here on St. Mary's, and there's 7:40 remaining in this opening half. And Minot High's got a 10-point lead and the basketball back in their own territory. See Dean Wincheski at the bottom of your screen there. He's got the maroon towel on top of the suit and jackets. Love the conversation with Scott Woodmansey the other night in Bismarck when Minot took on the Demons. Had the opportunity to call the game with Scott Woodmansey of the PSP Network. Former voice of the Harlem Globetrotters and Dakota Wizards. I was laughing, Woody, at one point in the ball game. He said, Dean Wincheski is about to blow a gasket. Thought that was a good description. One of the animated coaches inside the region, one of the most respected coaches in the state. Always love those conversations with Coach Wincheski before the games. Nothing but respect for Dean Wincheski. Foul charge on the play, I'm pretty sure. They don't have it on the board yet. Didn't come through yet. It was Mike Holtz that came over to help make the call and make sure that Minot had it right from the scores table. Shot was no good. It was on Evan Gross, by the way. Gross's first personal. That's the 6th team foul on the Saints. They're in foul trouble here. Fedorchak fires from downtown, and Nate Fedorchak says, how do you do from the three-point line? 6 for him. Lead cut to 7. Here come the Saints. The Magi have it here now with Eric Wentz. He'll dribble drive, puts it up, no good. Fedorchak with the board. We go back the other way now for St. Mary's. They're across the timeline. Look out, right over to the bunny, the cheerleader for Minot High. Fedorchak threw that one away, and Minot High gets the ball back with 6:53 remaining here in our opening half of basketball. Northern Plains Plumbing and Heating of Bismarck brings you the ball game tonight. 25 years of experience. It's the factory dealer for Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. You can find them online, northernplains.com. Big thanks to Northern Plains Heating and Air for their support to the PSP Network and our mission of promoting local athletes across western North Dakota. Up top it comes. Gunville's got it. There's going to be a foul inside. Winchesky draws the foul. Bader can't believe it. And Bader's got another one. That's his second. 7th team foul on St. Mary's. That was away from the basketball. BJ Ensold wanted to have a conversation with Mike Holtz, who had the call on that play. And with the bonus, it sends Winchesky down to the charity stripe. This is a freshman for Minot High. Winchesky averaging 6 per night. He's got 1 here from the free throw line. 6 scores in the book now here for the Magi. 3 scores in the book for the Saints, and an 18-10 lead for Minot High on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Winchesky, that's the second one. And Eric Winchesky has Minot High's lead back to 9. Fun talking to that young man after the ball game against Bismarck High. He was certainly excited after he was named our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips. He was also given the Grit Belt for the Magi. It's an internal award that Minot High gives to their hardest working player on the night. They give him like a WWE championship belt or like a boxing championship belt. In the lane, there's going to be a call coming here, as with the move, went Evan Gross, and Derek Descent is going to be charged. Descent's first, Minot's third, and the Saints have the basketball. Yeah, the Grit Belt, one of those interesting pieces inside the locker room. They hand the Grit Belt off at the end of the game. The winner from the previous contest gets to pick who he deems the hardest working player of the night. 3 attempt, Nate Fedorchak. Hello, that's a hat trick for Fedorchak from behind the three-point line. He's got 3 of them. And the lead's cut to 6. It was 15-2 at one point. It's now 19-13. Minot's led this entire ball game, and it's Wentz with the ball. St. Mary's fans come alive. Gunville from downtown. A counter. He's got it. Jager Gunville with 5 in the ball game. St. Mary's strikes. Minot High punches him right back. Worked up top. Fedorchak has it here. Fedorchak dropped it back. Now it comes to Hiddenkamp. He turns it back over. Far side. Fedorchak contested 3. That one off the mark. Wentz got into him. Fedorchak said, hey, touch me. And the basketball comes back the other way for Derek Descent. Descent through the paint, sends it inside. Winchesky stops, trying to put it up. He will be fouled. And Eric Winchesky's going to go back to the free throw line as Landon Gerving is charged with his first personal. That's the 8th team foul here on the Saints. And Eric Winchesky looking for his 3rd point to the ball game. He's got 2 from the free throw line here tonight. Make it 3, as that one was just about perfect for the freshman. 17 against Bismarck High for Eric Winchesky. The set checks out. Second one for Eric Winchesky's good. He's got 4 now from the free throw line. Basketball handled by the Saints. They're going to bring it over the timeline. Minot's got the lead at 24-13. 5 minutes now to tick away in the opening half of basketball. Fancy with the ball is Gerving, finds the outlet, 3 attempt, yes! Hinnenkamp nails it for 3, and Hinnenkamp has his first points of the ball game. And it's a 24-16 contest, Minot on top, but the Saints not going away in the first half of basketball. Eric Wentz off to the elbow, spin move back to the right side, put it up, that was no good. Wincheski down with the basketball. Up top for Dobstein, around the perimeter now for Wentz. In the corner, here's a move coming from Conklin. Look out, front row, that one came fired over like a howitzer. And the ball's just put back in play. You unfortunately don't get to keep it when it comes to you in the front row. Unlike baseball or hockey in that sense, where you get to take a souvenir home from the ball game. Basketball, you just have to throw it back in politely. Smile and a nod is usually granted from whoever threw it to you. Underneath the rack, up and in, easy 2. Maddox Doppler, he's on the board. He's got his first points of the ball game. 24-18 now, Minot still on top, but St. Mary's has the most recent points. Eric Wincheski's in with it. He's going to be fouled. I believe this is coming on Hinnenkamp. It is his first personal. 9th team foul here on the Saints. Well, this is a pretty good crowd inside of Magic City Campus's gymnasium here today. There aren't many seats available here for this showdown inside of the West region. A lot of blue of the seats here today is traveling well as St. Mary's up Highway 83. Roads were a little bit better coming up, according to the fans from Bismarck here today. Man, when we went down on Tuesday night, I'm telling you, that wasn't a whole lot of fun driving down there for the Bismarck High Minot matchup. Oh, St. Mary's wanted a call. They don't get it. Here comes Descent back the other way. He's going to slow up shop with it. And Descent's at the elbow. Spin move, puts it up off the glass. Oh, my goodness. Derek Descent showing his strength inside of the paint, and he's up and in with his 7th point of the ball game. And Minot leads 26-18 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Collective soul blaring inside of Magic City Campus's gymnasium. One thing about Minot High basketball on their home floor, they put on a pretty good show here. Eric Schaefer on the PA system. Whoever's DJing, I went home. There's an app that you can get on your phone. It's called Shazam. Here's a shot that was off the mark from Fedorchak. Shazam is an app where you hit a button and basically it listens to whatever's playing in the background and it tells you what the song is. I had like 7 Shazams after the last Minot High home game. They were on fire on the DJ playlist. Morgan Nygaard heating up, not quite on fire for him, but he's got 4 in the ball game, and the lead back to 10 for the Magi. When they played Queen, tear it up to start things off, the last home matchup for the Magi. I don't know, between that and the Red Bull, I was pretty fired up. Oh, slamma jamma! Derek Descent throws that one down like a haymaker, and the slam dunk has this place at volume. Talk about tear it up, Derek Descent with a jam of the week on the PSP network. 30-18 as Derek Descent got up and hammered that one home. Oh my goodness. I don't know if there's going to be a contest for our Roger Ward moving and storage move of the night, because that was the highlight of the week, probably in the state of North Dakota. He got up and slam dunked the basketball. He had to hang on the rim for just a moment, and the two-handed slam brought this place to a level 10. Wincheski now rolls it in, then out. Descent back up with it, puts it off the glass and in, and all of a sudden Derek Descent has 11. And Minot High's leads at 32-18. Devin Gross with the basketball. Works it back to Fedorchak. Fedorchak into the paint. Spins in against Gunville. How about that lay-in? Fedorchak with a nice move there. And Fedorchak has himself 11 now in the ball game. That's a game high, tied with Descent right now. And the lead at 12 for Minot High with Wentz holding the basketball. Here's Derek Descent. Into the paint he goes again. Turnaround jump shot. Oh, he can do it from anywhere, can he? Derek Descent has 2 more. And Minot High's got a 14-point lead. 34-20, Minot High on top. 80 seconds remains in the first half of basketball. A little runner off the left hand, up and in. Count that one for Evan Gross. He's got 4 now in the contest. Here's Morgan Nygaard with the basketball. Nygaard, top of the key, worked off to Winchesky. Inside from Wentz, all alone. Nygaard, I could have scored that one. Good look there, and Nygaard finishes off the easy play with a minute on the dot left in the first half. And Minot leads 36-22. Saints aren't done yet in this one, though. You can guarantee it. They work it around the far side for Evan Gross. Now Fedorchak over on the far side. Take it back here from Gerving. Inside, Winchesky took the basketball away. He's got the steal, and the Magi have it with Wentz. There's a steal on the other side. It comes from Landon Gerving, and Gerving touched it last. It went out of bounds. St. Mary's has fared well on the road this year. They're 4-2 away from their home venue, 2-2 on their home floor. Again, 7-4 overall on the season. Those numbers, home and away, are inside the conference, where they're 6-4 altogether. Good enough for the number 4 spot inside of the West region. This is a big one tonight. I know the coaches talk about not putting too much stock into these games in the regular season. There's Wentz. He's got a quiet 4 in the ball game, but he looks to heat up. To me, on the media side of things, however, I think it's monster matchups each and every night. Final 7 seconds, it wears down, and the shot comes up, bounces around, just can't get it to fall. End of the first half, putting it up and in, and Maddox Doppler has 2 points. Well, we've reached halftime here on the PSP Network. 38-24. It's a big one tonight, no matter how you shake it down. WDA basketball on the PSP Network has 1/2 complete tonight, with Minot High leading St. Mary's 38-24 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Let's go to our Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Premier Chiropractic halftime report comes up next on the PSP Network.
Thanks for points approved.
Do you remember where this goes?
I don't know. Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoo?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, we cut that commercial break just a bit short. That's because we've got the Mini Majettes. on the dance floor here with the Minot High dance team here tonight. That's awesome, isn't it? It is the Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Premier Chiropractic focused on improving the health of Minot and the surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. You can find Dr. Kurt Mason, Dr. Coney Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Domries at PremierChiropracticND.com. That's our family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City. It's Premier Chiropractic bringing you the halftime report here tonight. Yeah, the Mini Majettes on the dance floor here tonight. Awesome, awesome stuff. It is the Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Let's take a look at the game reset brought to you by our friends at the UPS store. UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store. We also want to thank our friends at Clean Tech, where you can get 24/7 disaster response and restoration services with Clean Tech LLC. Clean Tech coming to the rescue since 1992. And our friends at Northern Plains Plumbing and Heating, Northern Plains Heating and Air, in Bismarck. 25 years of experience as a factory dealer for Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find them online, northernplains.com. Let's start with the Saints here tonight. They're led by Nate Fedorchak. 3 3-pointers, he added a 2 as well. That's 11 for him, 4 for Doppler, 4 for Gross, 3 for Hinnenkamp, and 2 for Garrett Bader. That's how the Saints get to 24. Minot High is led by 13 from Derek Descent, who went beast mode and threw down a slamma jamma that we would almost be willing to bet is the play of the week inside of North Dakota high school basketball. He's got 13. He leads all scorers in the ballgame. 4 for Eric Wentz, 6 for Nygaard, 4 for Eric Winchesky, 6 for Conklin, and 5 for Jager Gunville. The Magi lead 38-24 at the break. It is the Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Going to get back to those sponsors here on the PSP Network. Without them, frankly, we wouldn't be here. Big thanks to all the sponsors that you see on the PSP Network. Make sure to patronize these places if you so kindly would, folks. Tell them thanks for bringing you high school basketball and high school athletics on the PSP Network, helping support our mission of promoting local athletes. We're through one half of basketball. Minot High's on top, 38-24 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
The 30-inch Galactic Pizza is out of this world. There's nothing like it anywhere else in Minot. Too much to handle? Try one of our famous large specialty pizzas like the Blue Buffalo. Get the best pizza in Minot and play some laser tag. At Planet Pizza, South Broadway, Minot.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Where attacks, there's a takeaway by Eagle Staff. Eagle Staff on the open floor rises up. Oh, the one-handed rip by Trayson Eagle Staff.
Doppler gave a little bit of a look on that one, and then he went in and just whammed it with the right hand.
Oh, Eagle Staff with the rip.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Shields, Premier Chiropractic, First International Bank and Trust, Shots Crossroads, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, the Minot Hockey Boosters, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Clean Tech, the UPS Store, Magic City Inspections, Planet Pizza, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Subway, Century Eyewear, Qdoba, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Jersey Mike Subs, Pro Style Production DJ Services, and the Beaupre Law Firm.
$38-24 at the break. It's Minot High on top of the Saints from St. Mary's. It's our Premier Chiropractic halftime report. But it's time to put a cap on the halftime report here on the PSP Network. There's that Queen song we were talking about. That's what I'm telling you, it just fires me up every single time. How about that slam dunk from Derek Dissett in the first half of basketball? There's been some big ones this year on the PSP Network, but that one was a good one. That may be Dissett's best of the season. He went up and just powered his way down. There was no stopping him. What is the solution for the Saints here in the second half? Minot High led the entire first half of basketball. They had a 15-2 lead. Got to 19-13. Got to the break at 38-24. It's the Saints with possession to start things off here in the second half, but it's Wentz that's got the basketball back, and we go back across the timeline. Conklin brings it in, works it up top. Gunville, across it comes, around for Dissett. And now it's Nygaard that's got it here. He's into the paint. Nygaard looks for the outlet, finds it. Safety valve was Gunville, and Gunville's back to the corner for Nygaard. Up top, Conklin. Wentz with 9 on the shot clock. Dribble drive, brings it in. No good, too much. Gets his own board, crashes in. Up, rolling, finally getting it to fall, and Eric Wentz has 2 more. He's got 6 now in the contest. Saints with the basketball. They're across the timeline here with Evan Gross. Gross with the basketball up to Fedorchuk, back inside. Conklin takes it away there, and here come the Magi again back across the timeline with Derek Dissett. Stops and pops, jump shot, nothing but net for Derek Dissett. 15 for one of the top producers inside of the West region. Minot High student section here, they've been tough to compete with here in 21-22. They're in all gray sweatsuits here today. Some of you younger people might not remember this, but remember Hans and Franz from Saturday Night Live back in the glory days of that show. That shot's up and in for Eric Wentz, and Wentz leads the second half in scoring. He's got 2 more, and BJ Edsel wants to slow things down as Eric Wentz wants to pump you up here in this second half. If you know Hans and Franz from Saturday Night Live, you know what that analogy was all about. Magi lead 44-24, biggest lead of the ball game here on the PSP Network.
That's Crossroads. We make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Point lead for Minot on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. It's lively inside of Magic City Campus's gymnasium. From Queen to AC/DC, they've got it pumping in here tonight. Minot High has been good in the ball game. The Saints came out just a bit cold here tonight, looking to turn that around in the second half of basketball. They work it inside. Here's a good start for it. Evan Gross up and in, and Gross now has 6 of the contest. 10 away from his season average coming into tonight. Ball's handled now by Nygaard up top. He's going to handle here. Brings it all the way back up to the Magi emblem right at center court and sets up shop for Derek Dissett, who goes to work. Dissett off to Gunville. Now Nygaard. Around the wing they go. Back inside to Dissett. He slipped just a bit. Goes back into the center of the lane. Brings it up with 2 on the shot clock. Nygaard jump shot. He's blocked. Shot clock violation. No, yes it is. They didn't get it away in time, even though Conklin put it up and in. Dean Wojcicki wants to have a conversation there with Mike Anderson. And now we're going to have a stop of the play coming here. I believe there's some confusion over at the scorer's table. Now St. Mary's brings some players in. One of them is Sam Schmidt, who comes in to get the inbound. He's got some help there from Evan Gross. So now it's Gross that's got the basketball, who's going to bring it across here for the Saints. 15:27 to tick away here in the second half. Little jump shot. That one rolls in, and the points are good for Evan Gross. 2 of the first half, 2 of the second half. And it's a 44-28 lead for the Magi as the Saints look for a big defensive stop here to see if they can go on a run of their own in the second half. Conklin over to Wentz. Wentz guarded by Fedorchak. He turns it over as Bader was there. Bader's got it ahead forward. This one up with 2 on him. Put it up and in. Sam Schmidt has his first points of the ball game. Morgan Nygaard across the timeline. Nygaard over to the far corner. Off to Conklin. Conklin dribbles down to the baseline. Looks for the outlet. Finds Dissett. He's hit a jump shot. Oh, he's blocked on the play. No, they're going to say it's foul. Instead of block, and Evan Gross is going to be charged. Second personal. First team foul on the Saints here in the second half. 14-point lead for Minot High, and Derek Dissett goes back to the charity stripe. Dissett went 1 for 2 in the first half. Can't get that one to fall. A player that shoots 75% for the Magi from the free throw line. Well-rounded player, 13 blocks, 22 steals. That was the stat line coming into last week against Bismarck High. Stats haven't been updated quite yet to the WDA website. Still some salty numbers inside the West region. One of the top players in the West, to be exact. He goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the line, and the lead back to 15 for the Magi. Ball's worked around the perimeter now where Sam Schmidt goes to Fedorchak, and Fedorchak guarded here by Gunville. Shot clock's down to 7. Work back over to the far side. Gross has it to the elbow, puts up a little runner. That one hit the rim, no good. But there's a foul inside, and it's going to be charged on Nygaard, I do believe. No, it's on the other side of the Saints on Evan Gross. Gross is charged. Third personal, second team foul on Evan Gross, and he's in some foul trouble here with his third of the ball game. That's going to put Evan Gross onto the bench. Nygaard's got the basketball. Here's Morgan Nygaard. He's going to bring it back across the timeline. Nygaard guarded heavily here from Sam Schmidt. Nygaard works it back away over to the far side, sends it inside down to Wojcicki. Wojcicki looks for the outlet, finds it. That's Gunville. Spreading it around to the Magi now with Derek Doucette, jump shot. That one hits the front of the rim. Then he gets it to roll in. And Doucette has 18 now in the contest. Sent inside. Nice little give and go. No finish there for Bader. As Wincheski brings it back across the timeline. Wincheski coast to coast puts it up and in. 6 for Wincheski. 19-point lead for Minot High. Saints have it again now with Sam Schmidt. Drops it down low. Bader turnaround. Just had too much muscle on the attempt there. And 2 in a row for Bader that he can't get to fall. Here's Derek Doucette, crossover move. Back through the legs. Up top for Wincheski. Now Gunville's open from downtown, front of the rim. No. Board pulled back out of there here from Landon Gervig. Minot High is a team that has scored 74 points per night on average. They give up 54. Another block there from Gunville. Minot High averages 2.7 blocks per night. Gunville had one there. Here's Eric Wentz, spin move in the lane, turnaround, jump shot, nothing but net. Eric Wentz, 4 in the first half, 6 in the second, 10 for Wentz in the ball game. And the biggest lead of the contest for the Magi at 51-30. And we're going to have a timeout coming here for the Magi, I do believe, or was it a Saint timeout? Either way, it was the St. Mary's timeout. Either way, a stop. With a 51-30 lead, Minot High's on top in this West Region Showdown.
Come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
St. Mary's to inbound the basketball here in the second half with 12:31 left in our second half of basketball. Drive into the lane, this one put up, no good. There's going to be a foul coming on Dobstein. Should have been on 21, I do believe. They're going to say 23 on the Magi. There's no 23 on the floor for the Magi. Had to have been on 21. Bryce Dobstein, his first personal. Shot was good. And Evan Gross is now 1 for 1 from the free throw line. He's got 9 now in the contest. Northern Plains Heating and Air, with 25 years of experience as the factory dealer for Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, brings you the ball game tonight. Find them online, northernplains.com. Second attempt, no good. This one put up and in off the front of the rim. Evan Gross gets the roll, and Gross continues to tear in the second half. That's 7 now for him in the second half, 11 total for Gross. Here's Schaefer with the basketball. Schaefer sends it inside off to Eric Wentz. Jump shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound, put up. Derek Doucette cleans it up around the rim. Lead at 20 again for the Magi. St. Mary's with the ball. This will runner. There, Jordan up and in for Evan Gross as he puts that one through the bucket. Wincheski's got the basketball. He brings it across the timeline and slows up shop here. Wincheski works it back around over to Wentz. Up top, Dobstein, corner. Wincheski, 3-ball, no good. Rebound pulled down. Wentz goes up against 2 Saints, gets it. He's blocked. Then it's Fedorchak that takes it back to the other end of the floor. Here's Fedorchak, stopping, popping, 3 attempt. Gross, no good. Rebound on his own, puts it up and in. Gross has 14 in the contest. St. Mary's getting some mojo going. Taken by Wincheski now. Then Wincheski brings it back. He's going to slow it up just a bit again. Minot, a team that shoots 45% on the season, collectively as a group. St. Mary's shooting 46%. They haven't here tonight. The Saints have been cold inside of the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Ball's taken by Dobstein to the corner. Wentz fires it across the zone. Back to Wincheski. He's going to have a little runner that's up. Bounces, no good. Pulled down out of there by Maddox Doppler. It goes back the other way now for Landon Gervig. Gervig crossover move against Dobstein. Runs it in. Gets it to the front of the rib. Can't get the friendly Magic City roll, but he's still fouled on the play. Domstein with back-to-back fouls. And Landon Gerving makes his first trip to the free throw line here tonight. He's been held off the score sheet from the Magi. 62% from the free throw line, and he can't get that one to roll. Interesting conversation tonight with B.J. Etzel. Talked to him about his time playing college football at the University of Mary and at Jamestown. Coached the girls' St. Mary's program for a couple seasons. That second one goes for Gerving. First point of the night for Landon Gerving. I asked Coach Etzold about not having Britt Sefner, who's a walk-on going to the North Dakota State University. Don't want to get the Bison and the Hawks confused for football. Talked about Schumacher being out of the lineup as well tonight. He was injured in the state championship game for North Dakota high school football in the Dakota Bowl. How much different would this team be? Timeout on the floor. We're just going to keep it here. You look at the standings inside of North Dakota high school basketball, the WDA. Minot number 1 right now. You've got St. Mary's at number 4. Minot, Century, both with 10 wins on the season. Guess who else? Bismarck High's got 10 up there as well. Then a bit of a log jam when you look at the rest of this list. And we talked about it earlier this year. That 10 seed's probably going to end up with a 4-win season. So no matter what seed you have going into the WDA tournament, you're going to be in trouble whether you're on the top, the middle, or the bottom, because everybody is good inside of boys high school basketball inside the WDA. Get ready for a WDA tournament that is going to be worth the price of admission. We'll have it for you on the PSP Network. Chuck Claremont, Todd Domries, Scott Woodmansey, myself will have the call of that for you on the PSP Network. We'll have video of that as well from the capital city. Hey, by the way, Magic City Inspections, a locally owned company committed to providing exceptional inspection services, brings you the ball game tonight. Find them online, monotinspections.com. Ball's out of bounds over on the far sideline. Clean Tech brings you the ball game tonight as well. 24/7 disaster response and restoration services. Visit them online, cleantechllc.us. Clean Tech coming to the rescue since 1992. Over to the corner, Gunville. Around the perimeter it comes now for Nygaard. Finds the outlet down a deep. Domstein up off the window and in. First points of the night for Domstein. 55-38. Minot High on top. Saints with the basketball. Off to the corner. Jump shot. That one from 3 land. Count it from Hiddenkamp. He's got 2 3-pointers tonight. And 6 in the ball game. The lead for the Magi's at 55-41. Ball touched out of bounds. It went off of a St. Mary's player on the far side. That was Garrett Bader.
Checking in for the Magicians, number 13.
Don't forget to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Set back in for the Magi. Out comes Wentz for Minot High. Ball's taken here by Nygaard, and Nygaard's got it now at the Magi emblem. Works it over to the left side of the floor. Looking for the outlet, it's Derek Dissett. Dissett from the top of the key. Makes a move, now another. Looks good to go inside, he does. Too much from Conklin. Conklin is on board, then taken by the Saints, and St. Mary's will run the floor with it. All the way down, it comes for Landon Gerving. Gerving's got it here. 3 attempt, too much. Underneath, work back up. Comes away to Hiddenkamp. Gerving again around the perimeter. From the corner, 3 attempt, too much. Board pulled away. Gerving off the window and in. 3 now in the ball game for Gerving. 12-point lead for Minot High. Under 9 to play in regulation on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Conklin to the corner. Nygaard worked inside down to Derek Dissett. If he weren't here for the first half, he had a slam dunk that was worth going back and watching on the on-demand feature after the ball game tonight. Jump shot, no good. Saints have the basketball. They work it back around. Ball's taken in, put off the window and in. Garrett Bader's got 4 now in the contest. Lead cut to 10. The Saints are marching in now, and their fans come to volume. We've got ourselves a ball game brewing inside the Magic City. Domstein up top with it. Goes off to Gunville. Gunville from the free throw line. has a little cut move, goes back away. It's taken here by Gunville, who's got it on the ground. Timeout called, Dean Winchesky. St. Mary's fans wanted to travel on the call. They don't get it. They come to volume. And this one turning into a good one here in the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. 10-point lead for the Magi.
Remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash leader valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
55-45, Minot's on top, but St. Mary's coming alive here in the second half of basketball. St. Mary's started slow tonight. They weren't shooting the ball well at all in the first half. I don't have the official stat for you, but it wasn't pretty. Here in the second half, they've been better, and they've cut the lead to 10 as Minot's got the ball here with Eric Winchesky. Worked around now. Wentz has it up top. Wentz dribbles in. Finds the valve far side. That is Winchesky. 3 attempt coming off the front of the rim. Board pulled out here by Evan Gross, and Gross sends it ahead forward. This is Garrett Bader up off the window. Puts it up and in. Bader was 17 on average coming into tonight. Goes up off the glass and he scores. St. Mary's fans are at volume inside the Magic City. You can hear them coming alive. Welcome to the jungle, folks. It's WDA basketball at its best. Here's Descent, no good. Board pulled down. There's going to be a scrum for it. Do we have a jump ball coming? We do. Who's got the possession arrow? It's Minot High that's got the arrow. And Minot High will inbound underneath the Saints hoop. Wentz to inbound. Throws this one up to Descent. Descent's got it here. 7:05 to tick away second half. Buckle up tight, just getting good in this WDA showdown. Descent sends it inside, tried to feed Winchesky. Bader took it from him, and Bader runs the floor with it. Brings it back up top for Schmidt. Fedorchak in the corner, sent around to Schmidt. Up top it comes, and setting up shop now is Gross. Minot High's contingency comes to volume. Turnaround for Gross, sends it to the near side. Take it down from Schmidt. Up top it comes Fedorchak. Fedorchak's got it here. Dribbles into the lane with the left hand. Turnaround jump shot. Yes! Fedorchak's first points of the second half. He's got 13, and we've got ourselves a ball game. Derek Descent over the timeline. 55-49 as Nygaard works it back up top to Eric Wentz. Wentz handles here. Wentz is going to bring it back. It's going to be a call coming here from Mike Anderson. The call is charged inside on 23. That's Evan Gross. And that's going to be Gross's fourth personal. Fourth personal, third team foul. And the Magi are going to inbound here with Eric Wentz right in front of that Minot High student section that's been lively here in this showdown today on the PSP Network. On the inbound, comes back away. Wentz ends up with it, puts it up, counted. He's fouled on the play, and Eric Wentz has 2 more. And a trip to the stripe for the old-fashioned three-point play. Well, it's getting lively inside of Magic City Campus's gymnasium now. Landon Gervik charged with his second personal, and Eric Wentz makes good on the three-point play. And it's 58-49. Saints with the basketball. Fedorchak worked it up top. Comes to Gervik. Back to Fedorchak. Under 6 to play in regulation. Fedorchak down to the corner. Back up top. 3 attempt. Bader off the mark. Too much on it. And Wentz pulls it down. And Wentz is going to bring it back across the timeline. One-on-one against Fedorchak. Through the legs. Now into the lane. Put it up. We're going to have 2 shots coming here for Eric Wentz. Ball was out, number 24. That's Nate Fedorchak, his first personal. Fedorchak's hit 34 threes on the season coming into tonight. You can add 3 more to that number. He's got his first personal foul here, And Wentz will go to the free throw line and miss his first. Wentz is now 1 for 2 in the ball game from the free throw line. Out, Jack Schmidt. Evan Gross checks back in. Here's Wentz. Shot from the free throw line. That one needed some roll, and he's got it. He's now 2 for 3 in the ball game. And a lead that is back to 10 on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Ball handled here by the Saints. They're going to work it back up top. Fedorchak's got it here. Dribbles into the paint. Spin move, turn around, put it up. Left-handed, it's in. 11 in the first half for Fedorchak. He's got 4 in the second for 15 in the ball game. 8-point lead for the Magi. Derek DeSette. Oh, somebody put it on SportsCenter. Derek DeSette just came up with a big-time dunk. 3-pointer on the other side. Fedorchak has an answer. Penn is running out of ink again here tonight as these teams are starting to put them down. 61-54. DeSette can do it with 2 hands or one. Wentz is going to travel on the play. That brings St. Mary's crowd to volume. And the Saints will have the basketball with 4:43 left here in the second half of basketball. Minot High ranked number 1 in the state. They're right now number 1 in the West region. They have 1 loss on the season. If you're just joining us here tonight, it was the Saints that beat them back in December. You don't think there's any love lost in this one tonight, huh? It's a showdown inside of West Region basketball that has been worth the price of admission tonight. Derek DeSette, a big reason why. He goes up. He's going to be fouled on the play. DeSette fouled on the play. It's Maddox Doppler that's charged with his second. 6th team foul on the Saints. And Derek DeSette's got another trip to the charity stripe. No good on the first one for DeSette. Two for 5 in the ball game now for Derek DeSette from the free throw line. Here's the second attempt. Bounces around at the front of the rim, and he's got that one to fall. 62-54, Minot's on top. .23 for DeSette tonight, by the way, and he's got it again. DeSette's over the timeline with it. 2-on-2, puts it back between his legs, now brings it inside. Oh, Eric Wentz on the feed, puts it up and in. Wentz was quiet in the first half with 4. 10, 11, 12 here in the second half, and Minot's leads back to 10. Saints with the basketball down to the baseline. There's going to be a foul coming here. I believe it's on Winchesky or Nygaard. It's on Morgan Nygaard. That's his first personal of the ball game. Nygaard only averages 9 per night, but he's got 14 steals on the season. 15 against Turtle Mountain. That was his season high this year. 3:41 ticking down here on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. 10-point lead, Minot High on top. But it's the Saints traveling up to the Magic City tonight, looking to see if they could come alive in the late portion of the ball game. Last touch by Bader. On a bounce it went. Bader wanted a foul called. He doesn't get it. B.J. Edsel, the coach of the Saints, pacing like a panther on the near sideline. The intensity's high inside of the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Morgan Nygaard's got the basketball. Stick around for the Shots Crossroad postgame show here tonight. We'll name our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips. And our move of the game brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Last touch by Gunville. The Saints get the ball back. Aaron Casper had the call, and the Saints have the ball. Evan Gross with the basketball. 15 for him tonight to the contest. Gross handles up top. Worked it back around over to Doppler. Doppler's got it here. Sorry, that's Fedorchak instead. Fedorchak faked it. Sent it back up. Bader's got the basketball. Sends it back up to the top of the perimeter. Gross is in. Jump shot. Gets it to fall. Gross has 2 more in the contest. Derek DeSette with the ball. 64-56, First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. Gunville off to Wentz. Wentz is into the paint. Poked free, but it came right to Gunville. Gunville's going to work it back away to the near side wing. Down to the corner for Nygaard. Dribbles it back up. Now Nygaard looking for the outlet. Finds Gunville. 7 on the shot clock. Gunville back up to Wentz. Wentz is going to dribble drive. He's going to put it up left-handed. Oh, how do you like that highlight play from Eric Wentz? Timeout on the floor with a superb highlight from Eric Wentz. The dribble drive, put it up with the left hand, and he got it to roll in. And the Magi lead back to 10 with 2:14 left in regulation.
Thanks for buying some room.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
The Medicine Shop of Bismarck brings you this afternoon. We're into the evening now. This evening's ball game on the PSP Network. The Medicine Shop of Bismarck. Proud to support local athletes. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery. And you can also get your flu shot at the Medicine Shop. Big thanks to the Medicine Shop for their continued support of the PSP Network. A good one today in the Magic City. Turnaround jump shot off the front of the rim. Towering up his own board. Pulled down from Evan Gross. 3 attempt off the mark for Norchek. Desset's got the ball, and Desset's going to bring it across the timeline. Desset off to the corner. Gunville under 2 to play in regulation. Minot High is up by 10 on the Saints from St. Mary's tonight. This is a 1-4 showdown of the West. Gunville from downtown. Jager Gunville with 8 to the ball game, 2 of which came from behind the 3-point line. And Minot's leads at 69-56 with 90 seconds remaining in regulation. Ball's taken here by the Saints. Into the paint it comes. Worked up from Evan Gross. Back up. Bader outside the arc. Curving for 3. No good. Winchesky's down with the basketball. Here's the freshman. Into some full court press now. Start the bus is the chance from the Minot High student section. Gunville, heat check. Corner, no good. Wentz went up after it. Nygaard throws it off the back there of 23, Evan Gross. And a nice play from Nygaard on the hustle, throwing the ball off the back of the legs from the Saints defender underneath the hoop. Shots Crossroads brings you the postgame tonight. Shots Crossroads, where team buses are always welcome. Find them online as well, shotscrossroads.com. Some fouls to give here in the late portions now, as the foul is going to be received from Wentz. It was given by number 34, Maddox Doppler, his 3rd personal. That's the 7th team foul on St. Mary's, so it sends Eric Wentz to the free throw line. Wentz has the attempt. That one's in. Nothing but net for Eric Wentz. 3 for 4 in the ball game here tonight. 19 total for Wentz. Can't make it 20 as he misses that one off the front of the rim. Under a minute to play in regulation. Saints with the basketball. Formality now with this one. Inside of West Region play. Wentz is going to take it away. He's going to bring it up. He'll slam dunk it home. Eric Wentz with a slam-a-jamma of his own tonight. Up and in on the other side of the floor, and Evan Gross puts it in. Eric Wentz with a slam dunk for the Magi. 72-58 lead for Minot High School. Some slam dunk highlights in this one here tonight. 8th team foul on the Saints. Minot High is going to shoot the bonus here as they're going to send Derek Desset to the free throw line. A lot of numbers for Desset tonight to this one. We'll have the full stat breakdown on the PSP Network after this ball game here tonight. 7 trips to the line tonight. There's 7 shots at the line for Descent. He's made 4 of them. Mark that number at 5 now for Derek Descent. In comes Owen Iverson, 6'4" senior forward for the Magi. Descent's night is done. 25 seconds remains here in regulation. Coast to coast, up and in. Evan Gross working hard still for 2 more. 15 seconds left of the ball game. Nygaard had it poked out of his hands. He's going to inbound it now. 14-point lead for the Magi. Minot High is going to improve to a record on the season overall of 12-11 on the year. 11-1 in the conference. St. Mary's is going to fall to 6-5 in the conference and 7-5 overall. This is a team that's going to be at the WDA tournament, and they're going to be big in the WDA tournament as well. You can have to assume they're going to be there when it's all said and done. WDA is just wild, isn't it? 74-60 here tonight. We'll have our player of the game coming your way after the ball game here tonight. Brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. We'll have our move of the game brought to you by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. That all happens in the Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll talk to Dean Winchesky in the postgame show tonight as well. Final on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard tonight, 74-60. Minot gets the victory over the Saints from St. Mary's. We'll tell you how they did it when we come back to the Magic City Campus Gymnasium.
The way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Thanks for buying some room.
Do you remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden french fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Life is all about moments. Big moments. Small moments. And those moments you can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first.
Shots Crossroads postgame show starts now. Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Yeah. Your postgame headquarters for this one here tonight, where the Magi take care of the St. Mary's Saints by a score of 74-60. With the win tonight, Minot High improves to 11-1 in the West region. St. Mary's falls to 6-5. Good ball game here tonight. Had some energy, had some highlights, and had some big-time plays from some big-time players here tonight. We're going to talk to the Minot High coach coming up in just a moment. We're also going to talk to our MVP of the contest coming up. We'll have Dean Winchesky as soon as we get an opportunity to get our cameraman back up here in the booth. So what we'll do real quick, we'll just give you our stat lines for this one here tonight. Then we'll be joined by Dean Winchesky. Again, it's the Shots Crossroad postgame show here tonight. Let's start with the St. Mary's Saints. They were led tonight by Evan Gross. He had 21 in the ball game tonight. Nate Fedorchak had 18. 4 for Maddox Doppler tonight. 3 for Landon Gerving. 2 for Sam Schmidt. 6 for Heidenkamp. And 6 for Garrett Bader. Minot High was led by Derek Doucette. He led all scorers tonight with 25. 21 for Eric Wentz. 6 for Nygaard tonight, 6 for Winchesky, 2 for Dobstein, 6 for Conklin, and Jager Gunville with 8 tonight. According to my count, Minot wins 74-60. We're now joined by the Minot High head coach, Mr. Dean Winchesky. First of all, Coach, nice win tonight. That was kind of a gritty one. St. Mary's certainly is no slouch in Saturn West Region play.
No, they're a really good basketball team. They're extremely talented. They're athletic. Obviously, the Gross kid is hard to handle, and Fedorchak shoots it as well as anybody. And, you know, I thought for large portions of that game, we defended very well. We just let him get loose a little bit for about a 5-minute stretch where they cut it from 20-6. And, you know, that's disappointing, but good teams make runs, and good teams are able to respond to that. So, you know, I love our effort. I love our focus, and now we just got to go back to practice and make sure we're getting better. 7 scores for you on the score sheet tonight, the distribution across the board, but how really big are Eric Wentz and Descent for you? I mean, those kids are monsters, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, they kind of challenge us playing man-to-man, and those kids need to respond. I mean, we talk about, you talk about that. Eric had maybe his worst first half of the season, and then responded in the second half and was absolutely phenomenal. Made big shots and made some free throws and did all kinds of good things for us. So, you know, obviously Derek was good, and you know, we're going to rely on those two. But I thought, and again, I'm going to sound like a dad here, but I thought Eric was really good again. The first half kind of stabilized us and made some free throws, and then I thought Jagger stepped up big when we needed him to in that second half and kind of ended the game there with that 3 from the top. Do you guys have any extra pressure on you with the number 1 marking on your back, or do you not focus on that at all? I saw the greatest quote was from Mike Krzyzewski, he being Polish, much like me. He said, "The only Pole I listen to is my mother." And you know, the polls are great, and it's an awesome accomplishment for the kids, and we're super proud of all of it. But when it comes down to it, it's the ranking in March. You know, that's what the focus has to be. What do you do? How are you playing? You know, all of this is awesome. It's great for the kids, and it's great for our community and our program to be recognized that way. That means we're doing good things. But, you know, it's it is what it is. I'd rather be first in the WDA, and we happen to be there, and we're going to get everybody's best shot. I know that.
What's on tap for the rest of the weekend for you? I'm going to Whiskey 9 tonight. Are you going to get to have a nice dinner or anything fun here tonight?
God, my son's got a basketball tournament. The Wild aren't on until did you see that the other night? They came back down 2-0 against the Rangers, and they got one. It was, I'm excited about that. No, I got a feeling that I'm going to end up going to watch Alex play basketball. He's at a tournament out of town right now, so go check him out, and then probably couch. I'm old, Nick, for God's sakes.
You got to relax a little bit.
Oh, God, yeah, absolutely. This gray hair is not a mistake.
Hey, great job here tonight.
Thanks.
That's Dean Winchesky, the head coach of the Magi. He joins us here tonight in our postgame. It's time now to name our MVP of the contest. I don't know if there's any real surprise on this one again tonight. I mean, obviously, there were some players doing some good things. Wentz could have been in the conversation tonight. Some other guys as well. But Derek Dissett, again, just continues to shine for the Magi. A couple slam dunks. I got to ask you out of the gate here tonight, what is that feeling like when you put it down two-handed and then do it again one-handed? I mean, those were maybe two of the best dunks we've seen all year.
Yeah, I think it feels good, like, once I get the dunks down, and especially our student section goes crazy, and then we have to go back on defense with a ton of energy.
I didn't know that Wentz could throw it down. What's that like for you, a guy that's a highlight reel slam dunk, slam-a-jam, a guy? Wentz gets one. That must be pretty cool seeing your teammates do the same thing.
Yeah, Wentz had a little, knee injury before the season, lost his bounce a little bit, but then he wanted to get his dunk in, so that was the perfect time. He got it in.
More important than the personal accolades tonight, you guys get a big gritty win over St. Mary's. Touch on St. Mary's. They're obviously a pretty darn good basketball team with some guys that could shoot the ball.
St. Mary's, yeah, they're like a really good team. I mean, obviously we went to their place. We just struggled a little bit shooting. And then this game was kind of personal to us, so we had to get back at them.
I got to ask you this. I asked Coach the same thing, but do you put any focus on being ranked number 1 in North Dakota according to the media? Does that bother you, or is that in your head at all when you come to the gym?
No, it can't. Because once we get to the tournament time, it don't matter what rank you are at all. Wherever team comes during the tournament with the most effort, it's just they're gonna end up winning.
Great job, man. As always, congratulations on being our MVP of the game again here tonight.
Thank you.
That's Derek Dissett, the stud forward from Minot High. Man, just a walking highlight reel. He had 2 slam dunks tonight that if you haven't seen them, they're worth going back and watching. We'll certainly get those posted to our social media for you as well. Sport Clips player of the game. The MVP of the contest is Derek Dissett here tonight. Be the MVP at Sport Clips with the MVP experience. The MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips in Minot and in Bismarck. The MVP of the contest tonight was Mr. Derek Dissett. Only one more order of business here tonight. Our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage of Bismarck and Roger Ward of Minot. For all of your moving and storage needs, you can lean on Jobbers Moving in Bismarck and Roger Ward of the Magic City. Moving across town or across the country, Jobbers and Roger Ward can help you. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online, RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com. Well, take your pick. There was a slam dunk from Wentz. There was one from Derek Dissett. And then there was another from Derek Dissett, one in each half. But tonight, I think that one in the first half for Dissett really was the highlight of the ball game here tonight and the move of the game. That is brought to you by Roger Ward and Jobbers. It was Derek Dissett's Slamma Jamma that is our move of the game. Big thanks to our friend Braden Byers for helping here today on the camera work. Big thanks to all you fans for joining us. If you haven't already done it, make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. Look for our schedule next week as we get geared up and ready for another busy schedule next week on the PSP Network. We'll have plenty of games coming your way and a full schedule again across the West region and in Region 5 next week for North Dakota High School basketball next week as well. It's a final tonight from the Magic City on the First International Bank and Trust scoreboard. The Magi had 14 more when it was all said and done tonight. They take down St. Mary's and get sweet revenge at 74-60. Thanks to Derek Dissett for stopping by. Thanks to BJ Etzold for stopping by and Dean Winchesky. I'm Nick Hulberg signing off on the Saturday night from Magic City campus. Until next week, please have a good night, a great weekend, be safe, and God bless.
This broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Shields, Premier Chiropractic, First International Bank and Trust, Shots Crossroads, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, the Minot Hockey Boosters, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Clean Tech, the UPS Store, Magic City Inspections, Planet Pizza, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Subway, Century Eyewear, Qdoba, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Jersey Mike Subs, Pro Style Production DJ Services, and the Beaupre Law Firm.